Welcome to MedTech Global Insights. This week we are focusing on a critical issue for device manufacturers, the growing gap between European and U.S. post-market data requirements. The FDA's recent guidance on real-world evidence, or RWE, was seen by many as a major step towards streamlining approvals. However, many non-U.S. companies are now discovering a painful reality. Their robust European post-market data, collected for EU MDR compliance, is not the golden ticket to the U.S. market they had hoped for. We saw this unfold recently with a German cardiology device company. They had years of impeccable post-market surveillance data for their CE-marked diagnostic catheter. When they submitted for 510(k) clearance in the US, they were confident this data would prove substantial equivalence. Instead, they received a request for additional information that has delayed their market entry by at least 9 months. The FDA's feedback was clear. The data, while comprehensive, almost exclusively reflected a European patient population and clinical workflow. It lacked sufficient evidence from the diverse demographic and complex healthcare environment of the United States. This is not an isolated incident. The core of the problem is a difference in regulatory philosophy. EU MDR's post-market surveillance is heavily focused on continuous safety monitoring and performance within the established clinical use. The FDA's RWE guidance, while welcoming real-world data, is keenly focused on its applicability to the specific U.S. population and its ability to support a specific regulatory decision, like clearance or approval. The agency wants to see evidence that a device performs as intended within the varied landscape of American healthcare. From large urban hospitals to smaller regional clinics, this requires a different data strategy. Simply repurposing your European PMS report for an FDA submission is a critical error. It shows a lack of understanding of the U.S. regulatory environment and can damage credibility with reviewers. The most successful companies are now designing global evidence strategies from the start. They structure their post-market studies to capture endpoints and demographic data that satisfy both the EU notified bodies and the FDA. This proactive approach avoids costly delays and demonstrates a mature understanding of global regulatory demands. For more insights on building a unified global regulatory strategy, please email us at info@pureglobal.com or visit our website at https://pureglobal.com. You can also explore our free AI tools and medical device database at https://pureglobal.ai/.